Very excited to be joined by the general manager of the Mitchell Hawks, Cory Broughton. Cory, it's great to have you on. It's hockey season again, and the Mitchell Hawks gearing up for 2024-25. How are you feeling about how the team is shaped up so far this year, and how has camp gone?
Hey Ryan, thanks for having me. I think we're going to be a lot better than last year. We've improved our forwards. We're going to be deep on all four lines with a scoring threat on all four lines. Our goaltending solid with Thomas Britnell back, who gave Mount Forest everything they could handle last year in the first round of playoffs. We got Jack Bree coming in from the Waterloo AAA Lakers. They won the Alliance Cup as our other goalie, 17-year-old Mitchell boy. He looks good. So our goaltending's good. Our defense shaping up nice. So pretty excited to get going.
Let's talk a bit about your staff on the bench. Obviously, recently announcing that Daryl O'Connell is going to be behind the bench alongside Troy McMahon. And, the Mitchell Hawks over the last number of years have had some pretty good coaches behind the bench. And I think that tradition definitely continues. What do these gentlemen bring to your bench that you're excited about with this young group?
Both these guys are very well respected. Troy McMahon and Daryl. Uh, the boys really like Daryl. He's very approachable. They both preach accountability, so the team's really looking forward to that. There's nothing worse than somebody taking a dumb penalty and no repercussions or anything like that. So definitely they play good systems. They know hockey. They've been around for a long time, well respected and around the arenas and in the community. So I think I think it'll be all right. They know their stuff.
Obviously, you do as well. You've got a long history in the game as well. And, tell us a little bit about how you're kind of sizing up to the big GM chair in Mitchell and what kind of challenges it's brought and what you're excited about in terms of filling the role as general manager of a hockey club that over the last number of years has had quite a bit of success.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, but kind of spent some time. I've been the president now. I think this will be my coming into my fourth year as the hockey club. Last year I was pretty blessed to work with Scott Bridge, helping him out side by side, learning the ins and outs, getting some contacts, talking to players, eased in a little bit. When Scott left for Mount Forest, yeah, it was something that really interested me, and I got Scott's blessing and the executive's blessing to do it. And taking the ball and running with it, trying to build a good hockey team, good competitive local team. We got seven kids right from in Mitchell, um, two kids from Waterloo, and the rest are within a half hour from Mitchell, whether it be Clinton or Moncton or Stratford. So just trying to build a good culture and keep things rolling. Rebuild rebuild last year, and hopefully it goes good with this year.
Obviously that local flavor is always important, especially in this league, and celebrating local homegrown products is a big part of building any team in the PJHL, certainly in the Pollock division. Tell us a little bit about some of the guys from last year's squad that have moved on, obviously, and that you're going to miss heading into this year. Some key departures that you're going to have to overcome.
Key departures. We lost all our OAs. Captain Cal McMahon, which his brother Aiden's back, who's on the Pollock championship team. So hopefully that fills that hole. We got Cal Ferguson, monster hole in the back end offensively, and a good leader. So we got some young guys back there: Cole Byer, Wyatt Conley, Carter Coates. I think they'll fill that void nicely. Brzezinski, another good leader in the room. The guys loved him. Same thing. We got those few young guys back there to take over for him. Nolan Gagne, workhorse. So he's not easy to replace either. Good guy in the room and everything. But we got Johnny Tenhag back, our leading scorer from last year. Benny Tenhag, both Holloway boys are back. So it'll be uh it'll be tough to get around him, but I think we got a good leadership group there. We lost Josh Jacklin. He's going to school in Waterloo, so a little bit easier for him to commute to New Hamburg. But like I said, we got Thomas Britnell and Jack Bree in there to fill that void. Hayden Hessel, who moved on, he's going to school in Sarnia in the fire services program. Brought in Carson Fletcher from Goddard, should fill that void nicely. My first trade was a three-way trade, which is very rare in the PJHL, let alone the first one. And we moved Ethan Pierce, who's going to school in London, to North Mid. And in return, we got Caden Bram. So Caden Bram seems to be fitting in really nicely with the team, and I think he's going to score quite a bit.
Obviously, you mentioned both the 10 Hags coming back, and John, obviously, your leading scorer, not only in terms of goals with 16, but points with 30. Obviously, bringing your leading scorer back is going to be advantageous to any team, but a guy that stuck out a lot last year was a rookie player for you, and that was Isaac Nickel. He had 28 points, and he did not look like a rookie on a lot of nights, especially as the season moved on. Is he going to be back in the fold this year?
We're hoping that he is. He's signed. He's going to school in Windsor, so he's hoping that he can get back as much as possible. He is on the roster. He plans on getting back as much as possible, but we just we gotta move on without him, and we can't count on him. It's a long tour from Windsor, so we'll see how many games he gets in. But he's a hot commodity. Everybody, I don't know, I probably shouldn't say this, but everybody's after him, so everybody wants to know what he's doing. But we got Nathan Jewett too. Nathan Jewett's gonna snipe a lot of goals this year. The release on that kid is unreal.
Yeah, so we've heard really good things about him. And on that note, take us through some of your lineup here. And you mentioned obviously some new young guys that are going to be part of the fold. Tell us about some young guys that maybe people aren't familiar with yet, but that you feel they're going to be very familiar with come season's end.
Just looking at my roster here. Ryan Gonzalez, I think that's how you pronounce it. He came on hard at camp and wasn't really sure about him when he come to camp, and he just lit it up, and he forced us to sign him. He forced our hand. He was putting pucks in that. He was playing hard. He was checking. Another one will be Ethan Scrimmager, 20-year-old rookie. Got a hell of a shot on him. Sniper, plays hard, like he's not afraid to mix it up in the corners, scrap if he needs to. I think they'll like him. Who else do we got here that's new this year? Jared Van Bakel, he'll be another workhorse. He's a graduate from the Mitchell U18 program. Guy plays hard, doesn't stop. He just goes. And like I said, and Nathan Jewett as well. Nathan Jewett is going to be key this year on the power play, penalty kill. We're lucky to have him for sure.
Yeah, well, the Jewett name, it goes a long way in local hockey circles, and I know he got into 2 games last year and looked really impressive and had a couple really nice scoring chances too. And I know a lot of people in the Mitchell area are really high on him. A guy you brought up, obviously, that's going to return. He was a rookie last year and played really, really well for a young kid. Cole Byer, obviously, and the Byer name, it goes a long way in the Mitchell circles, yep. Obviously. Tell us a little bit about Cole and, what kind of makes him a special player, because, he's obviously had family members that have made an impact in Mitchell before. And his dad, obviously, of course, helped out for a long time. Tell us a little bit about Cole and what it is that kind of sets him apart, if you will.
Well, Cole's a leader. He's going to wear an A this year. He's only 18, right? So he's steady. He doesn't panic. He doesn't make mistakes. He moves the puck up the ice, makes smart plays, always encouraging his teammates. And he just sees the ice so well. It's amazing what that kid can do on the ice.
Yeah, he had a really standout year last year. And I mean, as a rookie, stepped in, played big minutes on the back end, and obviously had double digits in points. I mean, I think everybody's expecting a big year from him. You touched on your goaltending, obviously, already. And tell us a little bit about the guys that you have in there this year. Obviously, Mitchell's had a pretty strong run of really good goaltenders come through there over the years. Tell us a little bit more about the two guys that you have in net this year and why you guys feel so strongly about the group playing in front of them.
Well, we have been blessed. We had Tyler Parr, and then we got Jacqueline. Jacqueline's a really good goalie too. We picked up Thomas last year, fit right in with the guys. He works hard, and he still goes to goalie camps and stuff. He's 21 years old, right? He's always looking to get better. He's always trying to master his game, even at that level. And I don't know how many 21-year-olds still do that at that level. He's a leader in the room, leader on the ice. He's going to take Jack Bree. Jack Bree's just a young 17-year-old kid. He's going to tuck him right up underneath his wing, and he's going to be his biggest fan. Jack is and Jack's a great goalie too. He's sought after. We're lucky to have him in our crease. He lines up to the puck well, plays the puck, which is very key, I think, in junior C hockey. If you can get a goalie that will go out and play with the puck, move it up the ice. So I think we're in good shape there.
It certainly looks that way. And I mean, you talk about Brintnell and the year he had last year. I mean, yes, did the team have some struggles and some ups and downs? Sure, but not with him in net. I mean, you look at his numbers. I mean, he saw a lot of rubber and played almost 1,300 minutes. I mean, he showed he can be a workhorse, but you look at his numbers. I mean, he had a 915 save percentage. He posted 2 shutouts, and he had a goals against just over 3.2. I mean, despite seeing all that rubber especially during the early part of the year when the team was still coming together, despite all that rubber that he saw, I mean, he posted really, really nice numbers for you. I mean, it looks like you got another good star in the chamber there in the blue paint.
I hope so. Goaltending was definitely not the problem last year. We were blessed with both Jacko and Thomas there. So I mean, we're better up front this year. Our back end is strong. I think we'll have a better year. We should be a lot better than last year.
I want to ask you as well, just your outlook on being a part of this organization. Like I said, I mean, Mitchell's done a really great job. You look around the league at how many teams pride themselves on homegrown talent and showcasing that homegrown talent and giving kids from the community an opportunity. And the Mitchell Hawks have certainly done that in spades over the last number of years and led eventually to a championship. What's special about the Mitchell hockey community and being a part of this organization in your eyes, Cory? What makes being a Mitchell Hawk special?
You're not going to get better fans, that's for sure. They come every night, they cheer you on. Community sport, our sponsors are the best around. So, like the kids, when they play the ice, they said there's no better arena to play in than Mitchell. The arena's always bumping. We always try and find a nice close knit room by doing team building stuff, whether it's breakfast or going in parades and just small stuff like that. Try and build a good team, surround them with good players. We get them in, then we know that they're good players coming in, not anybody with an attitude or anything like that. So, and try and keep it local. Local is key.
It absolutely is. I want to ask you as well, obviously, the golf culture around the Mitchell Hawks has always been very important. The golf tournament, I know it's a big deal. I need to ask you, who stands out with their golf game on the team, and where do you fall in that pecking order?
I'm probably at the bottom.
Okay.
At the very
honest
bottom.
Guy. I appreciate that.
Patty Holloway's definitely the best golfer on the team.
I've heard that. I've heard he's real good.
Jared Van Bakel's probably a number 2, but he's still down a little bit from Patty. So
wow. Okay, so it's Patrick in his own separate tier, and then everybody else.
Stratford Club champion this year, so in the 8th flight. So he's good, and Jared's no slouch. Both coaches are good golfers too.
How about that? Wow, some stiff competition in the Hawks room. I'm sure that gets the competitive juices flowing at practice.
Yeah, they're pretty tight groups. So.
That's good to hear. Well, hey, I really appreciate you doing this. We're looking very forward to being back in the Mitchell Arena. I mean, you talk about the atmosphere in there. It's one of our favorite places to go. We love broadcasting in there. Can't wait to see you at the rink this year, and good luck with the Mitchell Hawks this year.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Thanks for having me.
All right, everybody. That was Cory Broughton, the general manager of the Mitchell Hawks here on CKNX Junior Hockey, our 20th anniversary season. Stay tuned for more with more of the team executives from around the Pollock division and, of course, the Listowel Cyclones.